Welcome back to the pregame show. The RoughRiders opening a series against the Arkansas Travelers today, and I'm joined by Riders starting pitcher Tyler Tufts. Tyler, it's been a season that statistically seems a little strange as far as the number of starts that you've thrown this year. Coming into the season, just one start in your career and thrust into the rotation in May, and you haven't left it. Never really a starter in your career, but you've had great success this year. When you look back, now that we're past the first half, you look back at the first half, what are some of your takeaways to what you've accomplished so far this year?
I'm very pleased with my first half, or up to this point. Like you said, it was definitely a surprise having 12 starts on the year, or 11, or however many I have. But I think they sent somebody up, and we needed a starter at the time back in May, and I kind of just got a spot start, 3 innings, and did well. And then I had a couple rough ones, but no, I think I just took advantage of the opportunity. And before you know, we're, July 3rd, and I'm still starting somehow. So I don't think anyone really thought it would happen, but it's just taking advantage of the opportunities when you get them.
When you moved into the rotation, were you told, this is one start, we're getting somebody else to fill the spot after this? Did you have any idea how long you'd be there? Has there been an ongoing conversation about that? What has that been like here the last 2 months or so?
Well, I'm a guy that doesn't really ask a lot of questions. I kind of just pitch when I'm told to pitch. And that's pretty much how I went about this. They wanted me to start, say, May 1st, way back then, and I just started. I pitched when they wanted me to pitch. I didn't really ask any questions like, hey, am I going to be starting for good? Am I just starting a couple games? But I don't think in the long run, I think they wanted me at the beginning to get back in the bullpen. But like I said, I kept doing well for the most part starting, so I think they just left me out there.
And stuff-wise, has it been an adjustment for you as far as the way you attack hitters? You haven't really been asked to go really deep into ball games, in large part probably because you weren't stretched out to do so. But have you had a different plan of attack going out there, especially the last few times out where it's been five and even 6 innings here this last time?
Not really. I'm still attacking the zone. It's just a little different starting than relieving. Relieving, you come in with the guys on, and you kind of gotta hit your spots and throw good 1-1 pitches maybe out of the zone, see if you can get him to chase. And starting, my mentality is just go right after him. Just pound the zone with fastballs and change up slider here and there, but just make him put the ball in play early as possible and see how long I can go.
Is there a role, one or the other, that you've enjoyed more as a professional? You haven't really started consistently since college.
I really don't know. I enjoy coming out of the bullpen and closing and setting up, but at the same time, I enjoy starting too. Maybe because I haven't done it in so long, but it's 2 different mindsets. And I guess on certain days, I'm sure I like starting, and certain days I like relieving.
Here with Tyler Tufts, has it been an adjustment for you routine-wise? A lot of starting pitchers are very notorious for having a set routine. They don't want to be bothered in that routine. It's got to be the same way. Have you started to fall back into things you used to do as a starting pitcher? Is a routine important for you? Has that been a part of the process in the last 2 months here?
Yeah, I would say that's the biggest change. Going from just knowing when I'm going to pitch rather than relieving when I could have pitched every other day, or lifting and doing my workouts that morning or afternoon, not knowing if I'm going to pitch that day or not. Starting, it's just certain routine. You start, and then you run your long distance, and then so on and so on and so on. Get weights in the first day. But it was definitely a big adjustment for me, just to get in a routine and find a routine that works for me.
And what has that routine been? Is there something that you're doing this year that maybe you never did as a high schooler or a college player that you found has helped you as a starting pitcher this year?
I actually went back to what I used to do in college. As a reliever, I never really ran long distance. It was a lot of short stuff because relieving is 1-2 innings, short, compact. You're going to give in your all for 1 inning. Starting you need a little more endurance. So I'll start. Let's say I start tonight. Tomorrow I'll run like a 20-25 minute run. Then I'll get an upper body in and some core, and the next day I'll get a lower body, and then you just kind of decrease your volume of workouts and strenuous stuff as you get closer to your next start.
And what about the day of the start? What's your routine like when you come in? What do you like to do to get yourself mentally and physically ready?
That's been an adjustment too, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not used to sitting around my apartment until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But, sometimes if I wake up early that day, maybe I'll go see a movie or something. I kind of like doing that. For the most part, I'll sleep in until about noon, kind of take my time getting ready, get here around 5 o'clock and put on some music and just relax until 6 and then start getting ready at 6.
What's the most recent highly recommended movie? What's the Tyler Tufts thumbs up for the listeners out there to go check out?
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to see The Internship, and I want to see Hangover. What is it? Hangover 3, 4? I don't even know. I think it's 3 too, but I want to see both those movies. The last movie I saw, oh man, my last star. I don't remember.
Here with Tyler Tufts, and Tyler, I remember, I think it was in June at some point, and Alex was talking about on the broadcast one night how when you were really in probably your best groove of the season, a 4 or 5 start stretch where you gave, I think, 2 earned runs, and he said that pitching coach Jeff Andrews had said when asked about it that a big part of it for you was that you were finally healthy. Where do you feel physically, and when did you feel like you finally hit 100% since you started the season on the disabled list?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know whether I'm 100%. It's not like, okay, July 3rd now, I'm 100% the rest of the year. I have my good days and bad days. I have days where I feel like crap and kind of got to battle through it, and then other days I'll feel great. But, it's no different than any other pitcher, really. Just because they didn't have surgery or whatnot that I had, there's no way they feel 100% every single day either. So you just got to learn how to cope with it, learn how to get through it as a starter. You got to go out there and get through some innings, whether you're 100%, 90%, whatever. You're feeling great, feeling okay that day, you just got to get through it.
Well, it's been mostly good days for you here on the mound the last couple months. Off to a good job in the rotation. Good luck here on this homestand in your next start and the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
That was Tyler Tufts. We'll be back with more here on the Frisco RoughRiders Baseball Network.